All right, boom. Welcome to the show. This is ZULUBOY. I appreciate your time, man. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate everybody being here. So, with that being said, it is time to continue on the universal laws of nature. I appreciate everybody's views. I appreciate everybody's support and feedback thus far. You know what I'm saying in regards to the videos that we put out. Let me see here. When it comes to universal laws of nature, we're up to number five. We've had a beautiful reception and feedback when it comes to the law of oneness. We have had some good feedback when it comes to the law of vibration, the law of action, and the law of correspondence. So today, yes, today we are bringing you something fresh. We're bringing you something new. We're bringing you the law of attraction. All right. So I hope you guys enjoy. It's something that I really think is necessary in regards to like the next law, right? Um, because it is a law that affects everybody, and it is a law that we all use subconsciously and we also use consciously. But the vast majority of us would tend to use this law in a subconscious manner. Now, unfortunately, when things are done in that way, we don't have as much control, right? Because if you don't know that you're doing something, then you don't realize how to control it, whether you like it and whether it is conducive, you know what I'm saying, to your life, or if it's something that you do like and you want more of it, you know what I'm saying? So, uh, vice versa, either way or it's one thing that we definitely have to understand our power and our strength when it comes to the law of attraction. All right, a lot of people they tend to compare the law of attraction to also the law of vibration because you know inherently they both feed off the same energies and inherently they both bring things closer. You know what I'm saying? What you see that is far and that is needed within your life, that is conducive, that is beneficial to your life, that is something that will become closer. But the only way it becomes closer is if you regain or maintain and gain more control, right? And that means having more control in regards to your essence, your spirit, your presence, who you are, and what effect that you have on this world, and what effect that you have within this world, and the living and breathing spirits that are within it, right? What we need to understand that we're all essentially either ripple effects or we are creating them every single day. So what we need to understand is that that can be controlled, and then a lot of that is not controlled. And sometimes we wonder why our lives have turned out the way they have, why people see us a certain way, why do people might not like me, or why do people do like me, right? Why do you always find that one chick so attractive, or anything like that? It's always based on what you attract and what you don't attract, and that is done either consciously or subconsciously. Okay, so this is the universal laws of nature, and number five, this is the law of attraction. All right, now let's move on. Okay, so when it comes to the law of attraction, there are a few things that it consists of. Now, those things definitely vary, but most importantly, they have um, they have every part of them. They have everything to do with the results of who you are today, how you see the world, how the world treats you, so on and so forth. So, most importantly, prosperity. Okay, prosperity comes from organized and manifested attraction. Okay, abundance, when someone has an abundance of whatever you deem cool, whatever, dope, fly, rich, successful, it is based on focused laws of attraction. It is based on that muscle of attracting the things that are needed in your life in the best way. That muscle is strong. Okay, so let's start from the gate. I like starting things off on the jump. from the Genesis, how some people would say. Okay. So when I say that, let's also specify. So when someone goes, "What is law of attraction?" Because I mean, it's easy to say, and it's also you would like to assume it's easy to define, right? But in essence, uh, and specifically, it demonstrates how we create. It demonstrates how we create anything. It demonstrates how things are created. It demonstrates how events and people may come in and out of our lives, right? It demonstrates the strength and the weakness of our thoughts. It demonstrates the feelings, how in control we are of them, and the lack of control that some of us don't have, right? It demonstrates the power of words. It demonstrates how sharp the blade of a tongue can be. And it can also demonstrate how dull the blade of a tongue can be. Most importantly, what it always does is that the type of actions that create the attraction and create conducive results, these are actions that produce energy. Okay. And when you start performing and moving in a space in your life where your actions start producing energy, in turn, that energy will attract like energy, right? If you are a dude and you are, you know what I'm saying, you live in the city, but you love riding horses, you're a country dude, you grew up on the South, right? And you came to the city, you keep running into these city slicking city girls, right? All they want to do is hit clubs and shake ass all day and sit in hot tubs and go to malls, and they don't want to get dirty. So then what you've always wanted was an old country girl, right? That type of chick. Hold on, I want y'all to see me. Yeah, I want y'all to see me on this one. You're looking for that country girl. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for that country girl that's gonna that's gonna pack your dick with her tongue. You know what I'm saying? You're looking for that country girl that's she know how to load up a shotgun, a 12 gauge, right? Right? She know the different grains of the type of shotgun shells that y'all need, whether y'all dove hunting, right? But you keep running into these city girls, right? So if that happens, you gotta question the type of energy that you putting out. Most importantly, you gotta question the type of action. You know that action I'm talking about that produces the energy? What type of action are you putting in that's producing the energy that you want back, right? Are you going to them country bars? That's where country girls are. Are you going fishing? Most of the time you see some females out there by some ponds with their cousins and brothers or whatever. Do you go to the lake? You know what I'm saying? You go to, you know, to restaurants that are themed that way, or because more than likely you will see like-minded energy. So if you are putting forth a progressive action, it will create an energy. Going to a country bar, that's a progressive action, because now you are fishing for like-minded energy, right? You're fishing for like-minded action energy that fits yours. And more than likely, you're gonna see some country chick over there with some of them you know what I'm saying? Little what do they call them, little shorts? They used to wear them back in the day. What is it, Dixie shorts? Some shit like that. Them little jean shorts, goddamn it, with the giblets hanging out. Yeah. You gonna mess around and run into one of those because she's doing the same thing you're doing. She's putting in the progressive action that's creating the energy, and she's gonna try to find somebody that matches that energy. So That is the definition of trying to create, not even trying, of doing, of creating actions that produce energy, which in turn attract that like-minded energy. Okay. Now, let's take that to the other side of the coin. Negative energies tend to attract negative energies. Stupid. I'll say it again. Negative energies tend to attract negative energies. Stupid. Do y'all gotta see me? Negative energies tend to attract dumbass people, tend to attract dumbass events, situations, circumstances. So don't wonder why, right? That you at a party and people are fighting, there's cops there, and now you stuck being questioned by police. You don't know what the fuck going on, but you know damn well you have nothing to do with none of this, and you want to get out of Dodge. And you want to, man, how did I get into this mess? How the fuck did I get here? Well, it's because like-minded energy, progressive energy in a negative sense. So if you are going out to places that are known for no good, then guess what type of people you're gonna run into? Say it. Say it with me. No good. No good. When you wonder why that person, right, that you like or that you're in love with or that you've been married with or you're living with, y'all keep getting into shit, right? Y'all keep being in and out of fucking apartments because somebody, either he messed up on the bills because he never keeps a job, or y'all are in and out of cars. Cars are always getting repoed. That's because it's the person, or it's the idea and the thinking behind the person you putting your money together with. Is it progressive type of energy where you are trying to yield more in your bank account and saving and budgeting, right? Putting your money in a bank, not going to casinos and so on and so forth? Which one is it? Because if you're putting out an energy, you're going to get back what you receive. If you don't save money, then your counterpart won't save money. Sometimes your counterpart can be your saving grace, right? Like that's the one who watches books, so you don't run around and spend money. That's progressive action. The action was you put the responsibility in the hands of somebody who knows what they're doing. Why? Because you know the result of that will create like-minded energy with the person that's holding the money, because they damn sure don't want you to spend their money too. All of this are things that we can control, because most of the time it's energies that we're already exuding. So then when we receive them, we can't be acting surprised. You can't act surprised when somebody cuss you out, or when you call somebody and they don't want to do you a favor. You can't act surprised when somebody won't trust you. Right? You can't act surprised. Sometimes it isn't your fault, but a lot of times it is. A lot of times it's something that you created. I don't want to say it's your fault. To blame is such a here and there type of thing. Who cares about why, right? Or who did it? It's just about what you can control about that situation is what's most important. It's about understanding the fact that there are things that you can't control, and it will behoove you to handle that, right? But then also we have to be okay and be at peace with things that we cannot control. Just like the serenity prayer. You have to be able to gain enough wisdom, knowledge, responsibility, maturity, decisiveness to be able to decipher what can I control and what I can't, and it's okay to let it go. We have to be able to differentiate these things, because it will only create a balance in your life, and in turn creates a balance in everyone else's life around you, especially if you have a family, especially if you are the man of the family, especially if you are the head of the household, right? I'm talking to women too, especially if you are the woman and the backbone sometimes, right? These are the things that we have to adopt because, look, I know I speak for y'all too when I say this. Some people don't need to have fucking kids. Some people don't need to have kids. If anything, like fuck a driving test. There need to be a test on who can have kids and who can't. That's what we need to have a test on is on who can have kids and who can't. Because some people out here, they do not need to be reproducing. But, you know, who's perfect, right? And that's why I do what I do. That's why I feel like the best thing that I can do before I leave the shit is to put out the strongest, the oldest laws that everything that exists has been abiding by. The best thing I can do is give you the oldest blueprints. The best thing I can do is give you the oldest how to DIY. That's the best I can do. Give you the oldest instruction book that everything abides by. Everything. Every little thing from a seed in the ground, you know, to the biggest fish in the sea. From the smallest goddamn tadpole, from the smallest tadpole to the big tree, we all abide by the same laws. All of them. We all abide by the same laws. But see, sometimes when you talk about this shit, people want to act like, yeah, you know, you're just talking that shit. You just, you know, or you're on some conscious shit, whatever. And that's fine. I mean, it still is that, but it's more than that. It's more than that. Because at the end of the day, it's about you. It's about you. It's about the person who is listening to me right now. Never mind who's next to you. Never mind you about to go see who's around you. It's about you. You are just as important as that tadpole I just mentioned in the bottom of some sea or fucking river. You're just as important as that leaf off that tree. But most importantly, not only are you important, but you play a part with all of this. And so the things that happen to you affect me. So what you attract has everything to do with how it affects me too. So we have to understand, folks, that the intent behind these laws, specifically the law of attraction, is something that starts with action. And just like throwing a rock in some water, there are ripple effects. Now, what I'd like to talk about is the steps. I want to talk about some steps that will help you use these laws into your benefit. Okay? I want to talk about steps that will help you use the laws for your benefit. And then something that, while I'm talking right here, it's not like some other YouTube videos you watch, you're like, damn, you know, they tell you some shit, you're like, damn, I'm going to try that tomorrow. What I'm saying is, as soon as you're done watching this and listening, you can go outside and try. You can turn to the right or left of you or whoever you're with and try what I'm talking about and see what happens. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about to make it that real to where you can understand how powerful all of this is, man. Look, let me give you a good example of what I'm talking about. I'm 37 now, and I think it's been a good 10 years now that I've been playing the guitar. I think it's healthy to say that. And I'm good. I'm really good. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is when somebody asks you, "Are you good?" But it's like I'm telling you that right now just because I'm trying to sum up a story. But if I was in public and somebody asked me if somebody asked me if I was good, I wouldn't just say, "Yeah, I'm cold blooded." I would just show them. You know what I mean? Because I mean that's just the best way to show. That's the best way to let anybody know how good you are at anything. You don't talk about it, you just do it. So anytime if that happens, put a six string in front of me and see what the fuck happened to you. But either way, I'm good. The reason why I'm saying I'm good too, like the guitar's taken me a lot of places, and I taught myself how to do that. It was something that I thought it was cool. It was attractive, no pun intended. It was attractive, and then I had got into a little bit of trouble. So basically, like downtime to stay away from bad crowd or the bad energies, right? I had to redirect my actions. Now, all of this I'm not doing consciously. I'm doing this instinctually. I knew that my life, my life was in peril. I knew that I was either going to go this way or that way, and it's either death or live. So instinctually, I started fighting for my life. And so I started using action that was that correlated with the attractiveness of guitar. I started using the action that correlated with how attractive the guitar was to me. And so what I did was I saw one at a flea market. No, yeah, is it a flea market? Thrift store? One of them two. I think it was a thrift store. I saw one at a thrift store. Like $5. It was like a small one for like a 12-year-old or something, or a midget. So I got it for $5. Didn't know what the hell to do with it. It had like three strings on it. Took it home. Went to Google and I said, man, what do I want to play? What could I learn? You know what I'm saying? Like real easy. I don't remember what I found, but it was something simple. And I knew that if I sang it to a girl, I'm in there. Bow. All in there. Trying to get that meow. But you know what I'm saying? So when I saw how powerful playing the guitar was and the reaction that girl had or my friends when I played something that was some fly shit, I knew the power of it. And so then that led to more progressive action, which correlated with how I was attracting love of guitar to me, even though I never knew nothing about it. Then obviously, thank God, I had people around me who knew how to play, and I started hanging out with them. Their circles started looking more attractive, and so then I started using more action to push my love or my, this newfound fling that I wanted to turn into love with this guitar. Fast forward to now, I'm playing shows. I'm writing my own songs. I'm not going to name the celebrities, but I'm in communication with certain celebrity musicians to buy my songs. All of this wouldn't have happened if I didn't first think and be attracted, but then most importantly, started correlating that thought of attracting, that thought of how attractive to action, because the action would lead to putting yourself in the right places. The action would lead to thinking of the right initiatives or steps to bring you closer to knowing, right? To learning, to absorb, to be around other people. So now it's more than just me. Now it's other people around me. They're giving me information. I'm soaking. I'm going to guitar centers. I'm going to shows. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Attraction. And we all got it, folks. We all got it. So the first step, right? The first step that will help use the law of attraction in your daily life in the most effective way is know your desires. Know your desires. The manifestations of dreams always starts by identifying them. Okay? Know your desires. What you dream of always starts off, and what you fantasize of being, whatever, it always starts off. It always starts with a thought. But most importantly, you have to know what is that. Watch this. Even while you're watching this, pause it, and when you're next to somebody, ask him, be like, "Yo, what do you like to do?" Or ask them, "What would you like to do? If you had a chance, what would you like to do?" See how quick they answer that question. Well, see how slow. I guess is basically what I'm saying. See how slow they answer that question. If you ask somebody real quick, right now, obviously it's like we're all in some kind of 9 to 5, right? If you are in something that you like to do, yo, congratulations for you. But majority of us, I know I speak for us all when I say this, that a lot of shit, a lot of shit that we do, we don't want to do it, especially when it comes to work, because it's not a job that we desire. It's a job that we're doing just to get paid. Amen. In the comment box, please put amen in caps lock. Okay, because I know y'all feel me. Do I need to go get into my First Baptist A&E Baptist church and let me tell them folks? Can I say amen? And let me tell you right now, because we know goddamn well, I don't think a preacher need to be saying goddamn, but I know that I really don't want to be here, but I know I need to work. I know I need to put in that time. It ain't the time that I want to put into what I want to do, but I got to do it. Why? Because I got to pay these bills. OG and E is not going to pay themselves. Cox Communications and AT&T, they're not going to take care of my bill. We got to go out there and slave for it. Do I want to go outside and pick up trash or do landscaping or sit in the office for 45, 50 hours a day? Hell the fuck no, and make somebody else rich as shit while I'm sitting over here slaving and dying and aging. My back hurts. I got bunions, right? All this shit happened to you, and you doing it. Why? Why? To make sure that you pay $2,500 a month worth of bills at a house that you don't own, for a car that you don't own. You know what I'm saying? And we do all this shit to survive. Why? Because unfortunately, what we wanted has dissipated in our dreams. What we saw ourselves being when we were kids or teenagers or whenever it was, when you saw that like light at the end of the tunnel, like, yo, this is what I want to be when I get there, that shit faded away. Like that high school crush that you was dying to get. It faded away like that college dream, like, yo, as soon as I graduate from high school or college, I'm gonna do it. It faded away. But then what's unfortunate is that we all still feel like a lot of the shit is still unattainable. But it isn't. It is possible to get back what you want and what you lost. It is possible to reclaim your life. It is possible to reattract the things that are conducive to your life. It's something that is possible. It's just that we have to understand that we are in control. You run it all. So no, I'm not saying it's your fault that you're at a shit job, right? And all you do, you feel like all you do is work, take a shower, shit, eat, go to sleep, get up, take care of the kids, send them off to school, and do it all over again, over and over. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. What I'm saying is that think about what you do want and ask yourself, have you tried to make any progressive actions toward what you really, really want to do, or what you really, really like, right? Or who you really, really want to be, or how much weight you really, really want to lose? Whatever it is that is conducive to your life, ask yourself, how much have you strived to go get that? What action have you taken to maintain that attraction? You want to lose weight? You went to the gym. How many days do you go to the gym a week? Oh, you went for 2 weeks, but then nothing changed. So then you kind of started slacking. Well, then why the fuck would anything change if you only went for 2 weeks? Who gets skinny? Who gets ripped? Who gets swelled up in 2 weeks? You have to make whatever. Let me give you a good example. I got a partner. I'm not gonna tell you who he is. When he watches this, he'll probably be like, "Fuck you, fuck you too, motherfucker. I love you, bro." Anyway, I got a partner who loves drinking Dr. Pepper. I tell him all the time, bro, leave that shit alone. That will be the death of you. Leave that shit alone. It's like clockwork with him. When when I see him, I don't know if it's either when he's on the way over here, when he comes by, on his way out, but there's always a Dr. Pepper in his hand, or he leaves going, man, I'm about to go hit the 7-Eleven and get Dr. Pepper, but I might as well just go home from there type shit because he don't want to double back. So one day he was telling me, he was like, man, yeah, no, my stomach's messing with me, my stomach's messing with me. And then come to find out he had a gallstone. He had a gallstone. But people don't know what a gallstone is. Basically, it's an accumulation of buildup, whether it's calcium, salt, sugar, but the shit builds up into like a rock, and you got to piss it out. And I always told him, like, bro, how many times I used to tell you to drink water and you'd agree with me, but then you never went and drank that water. You know, as attractive as water seemed to him at that time. Sorry, y'all. Something happened there, but I'm good. But it wasn't attractive enough for him to drink water. So my point being is that you have to attract, but then most importantly, you have to act. You have to attract, but most importantly, you have to act. Okay? That's what this is about when it comes to the law of action. Now, your intention is everything. You remember that thing, when I remember a few times when I took a girl on a date, and if I met the family, that's the first thing the father would say to me was, "What are your intentions with my daughter?" Because he's looking at me going, "You look like a little, you know, little creepy little teenager. All you want to do is pull on my daughter." So before I just assume that, what are your intentions? Do you want her to be your girlfriend? Do you just want to take her to this dance? You want to show her off? Or what is it? It's the same thing with a job. What are your intentions at the job? Do you just want to stay, you just want to flip fries and flip the burgers? Or do you want to manage and own? What are your intentions? Ultimately, when you go outside in the morning, why do you go outside? Do you go outside just because you have to? These bills ain't going to pay themselves. Another day, another dollar. These are all these are all the same things that run through everybody's head when you walk out that door, autopilot, right? Same shit, different toilet, right? So then in the middle of that autopilotness, where are we working towards or attracting things that will liberate us, that will free us from these chains? Where is it? Most importantly, how do you create it when you're on autopilot like that? How do you self-start initiative, ambition, when it's the same old shit every day? When it's I just got to pay these bills. How do you create a spark when you feel so down? And I'm not even saying down like no, I'm saying just like you can still be like this but still be down, right? Still not have any fucking plan whatsoever, just knowing that I got 40 hours in, I get this check, right? 70% of the check is going to go to, household and kids and whatever, which is obviously, yes, that's a good thing. But my point is that that 30% could go to something that could turn that 70% into something fucking bigger. But it starts with how you think. It starts with how this thing runs. It starts with who you put yourself around. It starts with the type of food you eat. It starts with the type of music you listen to, the way you talk, the way you walk, the way you dress. That's where it begins. That's where it begins. That's where it begins. You have to visualize. That's the second step. You have to visualize. You have to see what nobody sees. You have to focus what nobody can focus on. You have to wait on what most people don't want to wait on. You have to push when people give up. But most importantly, it has to be in your mind's eye. It has to be in that pit of your soul. You know, sometimes when we see people like the LeBron Jameses of the world, we want to assume they were blessed. They just got favored and God hooked them up. That's what a lot of us want to assume when we see these people, because sometimes it's hard to even imagine, right? Like, how could someone like that do that? Like, how could you be a young little kid and now you're literally playing with grown ass men and you're making millions of dollars and you're the best in the world? How? How can Jordan become Jordan? How do you do that? Without some God just giving you some kind of gift while you sleep. There's no way that's possible, but it is. But you know what's possible? It's just working your ass off. That's what's possible. Busting your ass, right? Obviously, you know, he has some physical attributes that most people don't have, which is a plus, but which, you know, he's huge, right? He can jump like crazy. He's thick as shit. So all of that still ain't shit. It still has to start here. And he needs to practice every single day or however long he practices, but he still got to get it in. Okay? He still has to get it in. LeBron saw all of this. My point is, before not any of us did. Before he was All-American in the McDonald's tournament back in the day, whatever, he saw all that. That's my point. You know, when you see people like KD, which it used to piss me off, he used to be like, oh, no, you know, God gave me, he blessed me with these talents. God didn't bless him with shit. He didn't wake up. He didn't come out the fucking womb shooting like that. He didn't go pray and then start shooting like that. No, he said, you know, he was in the court, on the basketball court for 6, 7, 8 hours a day shooting. That's how you become what he is. You don't just pray somewhere or some God just favors you. Who the fuck are you? What makes you so goddamn special? Fuck out of here. I can't stand it when people say stupid shit like that. Like, you didn't just go to church and that shit happened, nor did you jump out the womb like that either. That took sweat. That took time. That took effort. So go ahead and give that credit to that, and we can move on. But most importantly, kids can see that, yo, it took effort. It didn't take him just praying to some magical God. It took effort for him to be where he was. But most importantly, he saw it. You know how many times you've heard the story with Michael Jordan? He used to be cut back in the day. He barely made it onto the Bulls. Scottie Pippen got his growth spurt in college. All this shit, people were like, you know, in them days, they looked at Jordan and said, Jordan, you ain't shit. Sorry. Tomorrow. Your check's in the mail. Thank you. Try again. Scottie Pippen, they're like, bro, you too small. Fuck out of here. Right? How many actors? You've seen it, the stories where actors say, yeah, they didn't want me for this role. They didn't want me for this role. They told me I should quit this industry. 20 years later, there are $1 billion box office actor, right? Who creates box office smash hits, right? Music. How many music artists you done heard of where people overlooked them, didn't pay attention to them? I heard Akon was supposed to sign T-Pain, but didn't, or some shit. No. I think Akon did ended up signing. Was it Akon? Somebody missed that goddamn boat, and they felt stupid when they saw. I think it was P Diddy actually. P Diddy was supposed to sign T-Pain, but said fuck him. But then T-Pain blew up. But that story goes for a lot of other musicians who they weren't shit, but they knew they were. To the world, they weren't shit. And then when they became the shit, they looked at them going, I've been knowing this. And I'll be honest with you, I feel the same way. When I blow, I will remember every motherfucker who I reached out to and told me I wasn't shit. To be honest with you, it's not that I'm mad. I'll just remind them that you didn't believe in me. I'll remind them. And most importantly is that it shows too the distinction of attracting what you see and what is conducive to you and what is you and what is for you compared to somebody too who has no idea, who has no fucking idea, right? Who and what Prince was, no one had any idea except Prince. So, but then sure enough, fortunately, we had an opportunity to get a glimpse of it, right? We had so many years of Prince and who he is and the entertainment aspect and the entertainment power that he is, that powerhouse he is. We got a chance to see it and live it and experience it. We got a chance. But the only way that we could do that is that he had to see it, he had to believe it, act on it, and then exude it. That's the only way. Now, we have to practice positive affirmations, okay? We have to practice positive affirmations. When it comes to things, like I remember growing up, we always used to say with all my buddies, if somebody did something dope, we would say, got him, coach. You know what I'm saying? When you say got him, coach, is like, you're not saying he's the coach, but it's just implying that we're on the same team. And I'm proud, right? I'm proud of you. Got him. That's it. Got him, coach. That was our little saying to each other. Kind of, yo, do your thing. Proud of you. Do your thing. Got him. But for us, like I said, it's like everyone has their own little inside little, kind of colloquialism type phrases, but create some for your own. Create some for your own. When I wake up in the morning, I always say to myself, let's get it. Like that's my positive affirmation for like, yo, it's time to get it. Let's get it. Like I have it on my alarm clock. When I wake up, I think that's probably why I say so much too in my head when I wake up is because when I look at my alarm clock, it says the time and it says, let's get it. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm getting hyped right now thinking about that shit. Let's take over the shit. Let's take over the whole fucking world. Let's go. You see what I'm saying? Like you have to take these words and use them as fuel, as food, and you eat them, and it makes you stronger. You know what I'm saying? Like, because we have to understand that these words are pieces of energy. Words are just coordinated, encapsulated pieces of energy. That's what a word is. You know what I'm saying? When you say to somebody, what up? That is an energy of being platonic. What's up? How you doing? Even with a certain level of caring and inquisitiveness in regards to your well-being, right? All that energy is encapsulated into that word that you just throw to somebody saying, what up? Or even the way you say, yo, what up, man? Yo, how you doing? When you say that, yo, how you doing, man? You say that to somebody, that energy, they know exactly what that means. Tell me the truth. How you doing? You ain't got to tell me that bullshit. How you really doing? Right? But I can be like, yo, how you doing? That also just means, yo, I'm just saying how you doing, just to say it. I don't really care. Yo, how you doing? Oh, yo, how you doing? These are two different levels of energy that I'm conveying. And that person will feel exactly how I mean it in both ways. You see what I'm saying? So, positive affirmations is everything, folks. It is everything to you. It is everything to people around you. You know, from let's go beast mode, go ham, whatever. You know what I mean? Like uh YOLO, which I will never say again. now, now let me tell you negative. Um, let me give you the negative aspect, the yin and the yang of that. Let me give you the negative affirmations. You see, because when I say, well, let me give you the negative affirmations, let me give you the ones that will produce negative results, right? So let's get it. Obviously, could mean a bunch of different things. You can say, let's get it, like, yo, let's go rob this bank, which you shouldn't do. Or you can say, yo, let's get it, like, let's go get this money in the right fucking way, right? So there's definitely levels to this shit. But most importantly, for example, um, like this whole thing, this trend with females nowadays is hot girl summer, all this shit, right? Kind of like let's be a hoe, like it's cool, like just prostitute yourself essentially. It's all good now. It's just called being a hot girl, but essentially you only have sex with people or you don't have sex with them, but at the end of the day, you're still exploiting the shit out of whoever you are either fucking for the money or you're not fucking for the money and the materialistic things that they provide, right? But then the negative affirmation of that is a saying, which is hot girl summer, right? Now, the results to that, yes, you can get some free shit from dudes who are simping, or you can give up some vagina for some of those things that this dude is on your way. Most importantly is what type of energy is that going to create, what type of results is that going to create, right? People are going to assume that you are in some form or degree or a fucking hoe, right? Or a prostitute. I mean, essentially that's what you're doing, right? um, the respect level of men that approach you is going to go down because they know that it's not about how they respect you. It's about, well, how they respect you is based on how much they pay you, right? So if I call you a bitch, it doesn't really matter if I'm saying bitch and I give you $1,000 all at the same time, right? I'm like, bitch, take this, bow. You're not gonna be mad at me calling you a bitch. You're not gonna be mad at me calling you a bitch if I say, hey bitch, you want this $1,000? You might be able to, nothing you might be able to. You will take me calling you a bitch if I started throwing $1,000 stacks while I was calling you bitches and hoes, right? So my point is that at the end of the day, it's something where we know we are you're bartering yourself for the materialistic stuff. So that is only going to produce bottom feeding people who only see you for that monetary trade and value. So it's like the person that that dream girl or that dream guy will never come your way because the people that are in front of them are people who know that you will only that you can be bought, right? If you can be bought, then people who don't care about buying you and just want to be with you are not going to come around you because you will be around people who just want to buy you, or you will constantly put yourself around people who want to buy you. So it's the same thing with the dude. If a dude is looking for a good wholesome woman, if you go to the titty club, bro, you will keep running into girls who just want to have sex with you or don't have sex with you for monetary value, right? And now, if you impregnate that person and you think you can make a family with them, good luck, because more than likely that is going to turn into a whole nother shitstorm, right? Because they are only are with you because you attracted a certain level of, hey, sex, money, attention, right? It's not about what you ultimately desire because you didn't focus on visualizing, you didn't focus on positive affirmations, right? You focused on hot city girl like affirmations. So understand is that what we affirm is what we get. Simple and plain. What we affirm is what we get. I got about 11 minutes left here. This is going to be an hour long show, so I got about 11 minutes left. Um, Now, what else do we have here? Okay, so another one is make plans. Make plans. You know, you've heard people say vision boards. There's things to do lists. Make plans towards what you want to do. For example, for me, I've been trying to release my music the right way because y'all, I mean, y'all already know how much bullshit it is to release music, let alone with these record companies. Yeah, you can upload your own shit on internet platforms, but you barely make money. It's just a bunch of bullshit. Anyway, but nevertheless, I've made a plan to still release my stuff the most beneficial way where I can make money off of it, right? But then all of that wouldn't happen without me setting up a plan because I understand that there's hurdles and there's things that take away from me making money. You see what I'm saying? But then you have to make a plan in regards to how do I execute to get around these things, and how do I attract? What actions do I plan to bring what I want closer to me, to attract what I want closer to me? So you have to make a plan, and then also you have to log that progress, right? Okay, I wrote the song. Now I want to release it. Now, boom, what I got to do? I got to record it. Boom. Now I got to record it. I got to master it. Now we've logged the progress of writing it down, recording it. Now you got to master it. Boom. All right. Now I got to look up the copyright stuff. So when I upload it, I can make sure it's copywritten. I can sign, and then after I uploaded it to the tune cores, I can go to the BMIs and ASCAPs and start doing all that stuff. Not only is that a plan, but now we can track the progress within that plan. And anything that shows progress and you see progress, whether it's something growing or there's something moving farther or whatever, it feels good. It's rewarding because you know you're not stuck in step one. It feels good to know that now I have a song out right now called Jordan, by the way. Go check it out. ZULUBOY 405. Go check it out. Out on all streaming platforms. Jordan, like Michael Jordan, last name, Jordan, ZULUBOY 405. I wouldn't have got there without planning. I wouldn't have felt so good about it enough to tell y'all about it without logging the progress, which shows me the things that I've done to get to a place that I want to be. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Yo, that's that nature shit. When you start talking in yings and yangs, that's when you already know you at that place. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Meditate, people. Meditate. Meditate. Is meditating clearing your mind? That's all meditating is. Listening to your heartbeat. Clearing your mind. How do you clear your mind? Focus on one thing. How do you focus on one thing? What could you focus on that is so singular? Your heartbeat. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it's that simple. Follow your heartbeat. There's a very hypnotizing thing that happens with rhythm. There's a very hypnotizing thing that happens with rhythm because rhythm is what? Vibration. Law of vibration. Check out the video. But most importantly, what vibration is energy, but it's coordinated energy, right? So when you listen to a song, it is vibrating at certain levels, certain coordinated levels that give you the certain tones and sounds that you hear that bring the certain type of feeling that you get, right? So when it comes to meditation, is that you are listening to the song of you. You are listening to the instrumental, the beat of your heart, your soul, your everything, right? Because when you get mad, your heart beat fast. When you're in love, your heart beat fast. When you're chilling, your heart beat slow. Your heart beats in so many different ways, but it's like a dog, right? A dog, you ain't gonna tell you how it feels, but you can, after a while, you start understanding how it feels based on how it moves. Well, your heart is the same way. Based on how it vibrates, it speaks to you, right? The same way I just told you. If your heart flutters with a girl, it's telling her, oh my God, baby, you make my heart skip. Speak to her. So now you meditate, It's time to speak to you. And when you listen to your heart, that's when the conversation starts. And that is meditation, is the conversation between you. But most importantly, is to clear your mind and to listen to your heartbeat. I feel like is the best way to start the journey. Everything else is up to you and for you. But you listen to your heart. Stop everything, quiet everything down, listen to your heartbeat. It will take you everywhere you need to go, from thought to lack of thought, whatever you want to call it. Okay, another step is be grateful for everything. Be grateful. You know, ask somebody right now, what are you grateful for? Are you grateful for being in a house where you can have fucking internet and listen to me freely, calmly, full, comfortably? Knowing damn well there's people in Sudan, Ethiopia, in Iraq who ain't got shit, never even seen fucking YouTube, right? Wi-Fi is a figment of their imagination because of the lack of resources. The favelas in Rio de Janeiro, that there's some little boys running around there who have never slept in a house, never slept in a bedroom, never slept in a bed before, ever. Are you grateful for where you are right now in your air conditioner? Are you grateful? Yes, you worked hard for it. No one said you didn't. But are you still grateful? Or are you being defensive because I'm saying, are you grateful? Which one is it? Are you genuinely saying to yourself, man, yo, he's right. Like, life has been fucking good, whether I did it myself or not. There's other people out there right now as I speak and as you listen that are in the fucking gutter, whether they meant to do it to themselves now. How grateful are you? If you're not enough, be now after hearing what I'm saying to you. Be appreciative for the people in your life that have helped you. Thank them. Call them, text them after this and say, yo, thank you for everything you've done for me. Thanks for just being there. When I realized there's a lot of shit I wouldn't have done, there's a lot of places I wouldn't be without you fucking being there. And I appreciate that, man. How grateful are you? Because as I say all this, I'm thinking of all the ones that have been there for me. That energy, to encapsulate that within yourself, will motivate. It will motivate action. It will motivate you to attract yourself to things that drive you away from the things that make you so grateful, or to drive you away from the things that go, yo, thank you for why I'm not there. Right now, I'm thinking of people in Sudan and Rio de Janeiro. It motivates me to bust my ass so that don't happen to me. It motivates me to be appreciative for what I have and utilize it so that doesn't happen to me and my family. That's what being grateful does, is that it ignites action. It ignites attraction. Be grateful for the little that you have. Be grateful for all the shit that you have. And I'm talking to the bottom and I'm talking to the rich. Be grateful. Be intentional with your communication. When you are around people, I'm going to say it again. Be intentional with your communication. Be intentional. Be deliberate. Be very blunt on your communication, on your intent. And be also intentional on communicating exactly what you're looking for in life, right? Like I use that example of, a country guy living in the city looking for a country girl. Be vocal in regards to going, yo, I'm trying to find me a country girl. You know anybody? You know what I'm saying? You're talking to somebody in the street, some girl or a coworker. You know anybody? Yeah, I'm trying to find, I'm tired of these little hot city girl, whatever. I'm trying to find me a, you know what I'm saying? Little pond fishing, catfish catching. You know what I mean? And you inquire that with somebody. Be vocal. Use Use that power of attractiveness, of action. Be intentional with your communication. Go straight to the source, right? Go straight to that. Yo, I saw you over there with them boots on. I just want to let you know. I really think something put you in front of me because I've been dying to hang out with somebody uh, who knows how to skin a fish. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever it is, be intentional with your communication about what you want. If you want to be a manager at a job, be intentional with your communication with your employer. Yo, I want to come up in this company, and I just want you to know that. And so anything that I can do to not only show that, but to get me further up, let me know. Because I want to be intentional in my communication in regards to what I want to attract in my life. And right now, I feel like being a manager or a regional manager is what I will do. Be intentional. Be intentional with your communication. All right. And last but not least, accountability is the key to the law of attraction. I'll say it again. Accountability is the key to the law of attraction. Holding yourself accountable to what is and what isn't is what lets you keep score, is a way for you to track progress because you know what you need to do, right? Holding yourself accountable is understanding how much slack you do and don't have. That is holding yourself accountable to what is attracting to you. And most importantly, what is attracting you and what is conducive. You know what I'm saying? So you are your conscience. You are your judge, your jury, your executioner. You are your worst enemy. You are your worst and best critic. You are your best friend, right? You are your biggest cheerleader, right? All of these things come from you. You can tell you to be the best that you are the best, or you can tell you ain't shit. Yes, somebody can yell it all day, but the day you believe it is when it's true. Anybody can call you a piece of shit all day. The day you believe it is when it's a fact. Somebody can call you a loser. While every game you lose. But if you know that you're not a loser, you're a winner, then every game you lose, you actually win something out of that every single time. You know what that is? Is how to win the next time. The best fighters, some of the best in the world is because they've lost so many fucking times. And they learned through every loss how to win. Michael Jordan was a fucking loser. That's why he wins so big now. People like Jeff Bezos, you think that dude was cool in fucking high school? You think Jeff Bezos was getting pussy in high school? That motherfucker was losing bad back then. That's why he winning now. That's why a lot of people say that shit, right? That dude was a fucking nerd. Or that girl was a little scrawny. Nobody wanted to mess with her. And now she's a model. That nerd dude is a billionaire, right? You seen in the movies that dude was nobody. And then in the movie, now he's Ryan Reynolds. or Idris Elba, right? Right? That's how the game goes. Because they lost so much, they learned how to win. That's my point. You have to hold yourself accountable. Because accountability is the key to all of this. Because that's how you know your effect. That's how you know your effect. That is how you know how you affect the world. You see what I'm saying? So, look, folks, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. This has been the Universal Laws of Nature. Number 5, the Law of Attraction. I will be back with another one. I went 4 minutes over, but it's all good. I appreciate you for real. I really do. Oh look, I'm about to start a Patreon pretty soon. I'm getting all my ducks in a row. As y'all can see, I'm getting my equipment done too. Trying to step it up, y'all. Trying to give y'all a better presentation. Y'all go check out the single I got out. It's called Jordan, ZULUBOY 405, all streaming platforms. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much. We're gonna knock out these laws of nature ASAP, man, for real. All right. So like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Smash that like button, man. You know they be saying that shit. Smash the like button, like, subscribe, bro. Hey, yo, I appreciate y'all time, man. Hey, this is ZuluBoy 405. Peace. Yeah.